Guys, how come you didn't tell me it was going to be this cold? You young lady, you were supposed to write me an email and tell me it was cold. You look beautiful. Oh my goodness. Don't look now, but you're sitting very close to death's side. Oh. How are you? I'm so glad to be here. I've never been this far, this part of the country before, and I'm so excited you're here. For those of you that just kind of wandered in, and you're wondering, who is this weird guy? My name is Vic Mignogna. It's pronounced Mignogna, like Italiano, Mignogna. Pay no attention to how it's spelled. It's very daunting when you look at it spelled. And it is not McDerpaderp, so don't even ask, because it's not. I'm so glad to be here. First of all, let me just kind of do a couple of quick little things to let you know what I have with me for the weekend. A lot of you guys wrote me emails, and you asked me if I was going to bring some of my music CDs. I've been writing and producing music twice as long as I've been voice acting. And I've sung several theme songs you may or may not know to One Piece and Full Metal Alchemist and Ouran High School Host Club. And I've got all those CDs I brought with me, so I'll be happy to assign those for you if you'd like to get them this weekend. Also, I'm very excited to tell you, about 2 weeks ago, I just finally released a live concert DVD. It includes songs from Dragon Ball Z and D and Angel and Ouran High School and Full Metal, and it's got a lot of original videos on it as well. Some of you may or may not have heard of a little video that I made years ago. I shouldn't even call it a little video, because it was a pretty huge production. It's called Full Metal Fantasy. Now, if you ever wondered what it would be like to see voice actors cosplaying as their characters, and the image that conjures up in your mind, that's what Full Metal Fantasy is. Me and several of the other voice actors from Full Metal Alchemist got together and made this little fan video. And it's never been available before, but I put it on the concert, so it's available as well. I'll have all that stuff for you this weekend, so come and see me if you'd like any of it. As far as what I'm working on right now, any Pokemon fans here? Yeah! Pokemon! I just got done playing the lead in the new Pokemon movie, so I'm officially a brony now. Because this little character, Keldeo, he looks like a My Little Pony. Have you seen it? Tell me I'm wrong. He looks like a My Little Pony. So now I guess I'm officially a brony now. But, and still working on Naruto and Bleach, and let's see, what else? Bleach is about to end. Did you know that? I know, you thought it was the show that never ends, right? That's another show. Bleach is about to end. But, she did that. It is right at the edge of feeding back a little bit though. Let's bring it down just a little bit. That's better, yeah. And I'll just get closer to the microphone. Yeah. You like that, don't you? You hiding behind the speakers. Give it up for our tech guy over here, yeah! So, I tell you what, let's do. I don't even know, how long is my panel? 14 hours. Now, let's have some questions, and we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. And I'm feeling kind of feisty today. I gotta stay warm. So maybe I'll, if it's okay with you, maybe we'll do a song later for you. But we have a question right over here from someone in an awesome fedora. There is no chance I'm going to hear that. Okay. Ooh, I see what's happening. Close to the speaker. Yes. Hi.
What would you do if you woke up and your nipples were onions?
Wait a minute, I just heard nipple. That's all I heard. What would I do if what?
What would you do if you woke up one morning and your nipples were onions?
And my nipples were onions. Hold on, let me check. No, they're still nipples, thank God. What would I do? What would I do? I would head straight to a cosmetic surgeon. Fix these, please. Let's see. I'm keeping the mic sheltered from the speaker. Hi. Yes, my dear.
Can you please do the coffee line from Our Nice List?
Uh-oh. You knew it was coming, didn't you? You're like, who's gonna be the first one? Come here. Give me your hand. Come up on stage with me. Everybody has to see you. It's only fair. Turn around. Do you know your lines? What's your name?
Jessica.
This is Jessica. Say hi to Jessica. All right, Jessica, let's do our scene together.
I don't know if my dad will let me drink this coffee.
But what if I let you drink it from my mouth? Yay, Jessica! Yay! All the parents in the room are going, my God! What is that pervert doing? Never touched her. Never touched her. Okay, question. Yes? Wait a minute.
Between Tomaki and Spirit, who has the most overprotectiveness as a father?
Ooh, you get a prize. No one's ever asked that question before. Between Tomaki and Spirit, which one's the most protective? Well, you know what? The problem is that Maka hates Spirit. She doesn't like her dad much, but I think Haruhi really likes Tomaki. So I would have to say probably, I'm going to say that Deathsight is the more protective. Because he's so protective that he annoys the hell out of Maka, right? Any Maka cosplayers in here? I saw you, Maka. Maka! I saw you. Yes, right? Kind of annoyed with your dad. He's a little too protective. So that's my answer. Speaking of Maka, who was up here dancing earlier, so cute. Your dad loves you. What's your question? Sorry. You have to use your outdoor voice. Come here, Maka. Stay away from Soul.
Well, Soul dared me to ask you if we should go on another daughter-father date.
Oh yes, we should. Maka! Don't leave Daddy, never again. Yes, sir.
What were your biggest influences for wanting to go into voice acting?
Ooh, good question. How many guys out here are interested in voice acting? Anybody? Well, let me tell you, I came into voice acting very much by accident. And I mean that. I mean, I had been acting since I was very young, been doing like stage production and on-camera stuff, but I never even considered voice acting. I don't know why, I just didn't know anything about it. And the funny thing is, though, that I loved certain like anime shows when I was young. I loved like Speed Racer. Oh my gosh, I love Speed Racer. And I loved Kimba the White Lion, and I loved all these anime shows. The problem was I didn't know they were anime. I just thought they were kind of cool and different. But I was working on a video production in Houston, Texas once, a long time ago. And a friend of mine said, you ought to go and audition for this place in town that they buy these Japanese animated shows and they dub them into English, and they need actors. And I thought, well, that sounds fun. So I went and auditioned, and I got cast as Vega in Street Fighter 2. Actually, it was a UK release, now that I think about it. And I just did it, and I thought it was really fun, but I figured it was just kind of a one-time thing, you know? You go and do it, and that was really, what a fun little thing, and back to my real life. But what happened was this same company got another show, and another show, and another show, and they kept calling me in to play different roles. And it literally just grew from there. Next thing I know, I'd done 20 or 30 shows, and somebody asked me to go to an anime convention. And I was like, what's an anime convention? They have conventions for this? I couldn't believe it, because when I was little, I went to Star Trek conventions and sci-fi conventions. I know, don't get me started on Star Trek. We'll never get out of here. But I didn't even know they had anime conventions. So I went to a convention and signed autographs and for shows like Full Metal Panic and Sayuki and some of the D and Angel. But then I met people from Funimation in Dallas, and they invited me to come and work with them. So I started working on Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho and Case Closed, and then Full Metal Alchemist. And so the industry just grew, and I was just fortunate enough to kind of get involved in it when it was very small. I never planned to be a voice actor. I never thought that was something that I would do. It was just kind of an opportunity, and so I'm very grateful for it because I never expected it. So, yes, my dear.
What's the strangest thing a fan's ever asked you?
The strangest thing a fan's ever asked me? Well, a guy just asked me to kiss him over here. That's kind of strange. Maybe not that strange, but strange things. Well, let's see. There have been a lot of strange things, and they kind of all meld together into just, but no one ever weirds me out, though. I don't ever really get weirded out, because I know that it kind of comes from a fun place, Whenever I tell people about strange things that have happened to me, they're like, OMG, how do you deal with it? I'm like, well, I think they're really great. I mean, nobody ever means any harm by it, they're just excited. So, there have been a lot of strange things. I'm sure if you've been on the internet lately, you may or may not have seen that I was at a convention once and a girl begged me, begged me, on her knees to let her lick my hand. Right there, right there. And at first I was like, oh, sweetheart, no thank you, please. But she started crying. That's right, she invoked the tears, and I couldn't resist. I had to give in. She told me that all of her friends had made a bet with her. They bet her that I would not let her do it, and she bet them that I would. So they were all standing in the corner giggling because they thought they had won the bet. So I was like, oh no, okay, go ahead. So that was kind of a weird thing, right? That's pretty weird. Who's a question? Yes, in the red coat. I like red coats, in case you didn't know. Oh wait, much louder. Give me your outdoor voice. Will I ever go to a con in Scotland? You know I will! Do you guys have conventions there?
Yeah!
Well, you need to invite me! I would love to go there. I would love to. I've always wanted to go there. I want to see the Loch Ness Monster. I know that's not a good reason to go, but I do want to see the Loch Ness Monster. I want to see Bigfoot, I want to see the Loch Ness Monster, those two things. If they could both be in the same place, that would really be convenient. Do you guys have Bigfoot in Scotland? Dang it. Okay. No, if there's a convention in Scotland, you guys write the staff and tell them to have me come as a guest, because I would love to see Scotland, and I'd love to meet all the people up there. Question. Yes, my red-haired beauty. Would I come to Belfast? Is it cold outside today? There's your answer. I did a convention in Ireland a few years ago, SunnyCon. But are there conventions in Belfast? Yeah, come here. What's your name?
Nicola.
Nicola? Please tell them to have me, please. Beg them. Please, Nicola. I'm begging you. Okay? I want to come to see everybody in Belfast. Is that where you're from? Really? Awesome. Say hi to Nicola, everybody.